I like arts and crafts furniture. I've got a whole living room full of projects I've made over the years. So when it came time to make a dining table, I knew I wanted it in that look as well. Still, I wanted a little bit of a twist. So I looked to the English countryside, the origins of the arts and crafts movement. This table is based on a piece by Sidney Barnsley at the turn of the last century. The Hayrake table gets its name from its lower stretcher, which resembles a hayrake, and also the timber frame style joinery seen in the architecture of the region. The look is more massive and rustic, a little bit different than the normal arts and crafts furniture we're used to here, but I think its look complements the style well. We're going to start the project off with the legs. We'll handle the simple through mortise at the bottom with my hollow chisel mortiser. We have a slot at the top cut on a diagonal. It's a little bit tricky, but I've got some good tips to handle that as well. After that, we'll tackle the Hayrake stretcher. It's the toughest part of the job, but you know what? It's the most fun as well. There's plenty of angled joints and curves to keep you busy, but it's not all that tough. You're going to start by attaching the diagonal stretchers to the center rail and finally adding the curved end cap. To top it off, I've got a great system for gluing this whole thing up without clamps. We'll assemble the base with wedged through tenons, which is going to keep this thing rock solid for years to come. We'll finish off with a nice beefy tabletop. I'll show you how to joint wide boards on a narrow joiner, and my toolkit to get perfectly flat, stress-free glue-ups that saves a lot of work on the back end when it comes time to smooth it. And to add some color to the piece, I'll show you how to use the traditional method of fuming with ammonia. It avoids the drips and runs and mess of dyes and stains, and it gives you a permanent, beautiful finish. So join me as we get started. Even if you don't need a dining table, I think there's plenty of tips and techniques to serve you well on your own furniture projects. Stay tuned.